welcome to Thursday. So, over the last few weeks, and this has come up a few times, I think it's because of social and how people interact with them, that is my generation. I'm 47 now. My generation, and maybe just a little bit younger, is probably the last group of people ever in the history of people to have privacy. Like, these phones control our life totally. Now, when I grew up, you had people that you looked up to. There were role models who, I want to be like this sports person, or I like Bon Jovi because of the way he sings, whatever, right? You had these positive role models most of the time. Looking at social media today, the problem is twofold. I think, number one, a lot of the content that people post is based on ego. They just want the adoration and they want the followers. But is there really true value? Are those people who are getting the attention really good role models? Then, on top of that, a lot of what we see online is actually fake news, fake. I follow this one feed now where there's this guy, he takes fitness influencers and he basically debunks them in that he says, here's where you photoshopped your image, here's where you photoshopped your image. And this is big accounts, right? There's big names in the fitness industry that this guy is tearing apart because they Photoshop their images to look better in order for them to get more attention online, in order for them to sell their fucking skinny tea or whatever that stuff is. Okay, so to find a role model for anybody, right? For anybody to look up to or to take advice, to find a role model online is a pretty challenging thing because you never know if it's real. So what about this? What about you look for reverse role models? You look at people out there. You can look at the news. You can look at social media. You look and say, I don't want to be like that person. I don't like the way he talks about money. I don't like the way that he treats his wife or that he treats women or men. I don't like the way he's arrogant. I don't like the way that she talks about X, Y, and Z, whatever. Yes, it's a departure from the normal, have a role model and work up to something. But if you can look at someone or a bunch of people online and say, I don't want to be like these people, and you be the opposite, surely there's value there. I've found myself subconsciously doing it over the last while, and I've been curating my Instagram feed more and more where I just delete the people who I don't like. And in doing so, I've actually thought, I don't want that. I don't like how he is, how she is, what he's doing, what she's saying, and so on and so forth. And I do the opposite. So to find a reverse role model and to figure out what don't I like, because that's easy to find online. Whereas good, valuable, honest, authentic, real, valuable content is not that easy to find. It's a funny world we're living in. Don't hate the player, hate the game. It is what it is, I guess. But in the same way as in that pain is a bigger motivator for most people than pleasure. People will do more to avoid pain in their life than to pursue pleasure. That's a fact. It's how we're wired, right? There's a mathematical concept, what's it called? Never multiply by zero. So now, if you have these goals and you start doing the work towards your fitness goal, mental health goal, relationship goal, work goal, whatever it is, and you just keep on adding up the good work, it's 500,000 multiply by 7 because you did a good workout, multiply by 17 because you did a good journaling session, multiply by 149,000 because you had a great date night with your partner, right? And then you make a choice and you multiply by 0. You make a bad choice. Multiplying by 0 takes all the good that you've done and it throws it away. It's making those bad decisions. It's driving drunk, for example, as just the first thing that comes to mind. You can be in as good a shape as you want, and you've multiplied and multiplied and multiplied your results. You drive drunk and you take the risk. You're potentially multiplying by 0. There's a lot of examples of that. So it's interesting to me watching this online world play out, and we always want someone to look up to or to be inspired by. And that's fine. There are people, don't get me wrong, there are good people out there that are real and authentic and all of that. But there's also, unfortunately, and this is my opinion, the majority of people bullshit. They are not authentic. They try and get attention by photoshopping pictures of themselves, by going for clickbait, by being controversial, and so on and so forth. So if you're looking for the motivation to do something, maybe look for reverse role models. Figure out what you don't like and do the opposite. I think it's a pretty good way to do it. I really do. You almost have to play life with your eyes. Look around and see what's happening and act or react based on that. That's about as profound as I can be today. I've got a lot of work to do. I've got 2 client sessions. It's been a very big Zoom week for me, but I'll do a bit of a recap later on in the week. Tomorrow maybe, because it's Friday. On Spring Day. So that's it for now. I hope you guys have a good week. Stay awesome. Oh, also, I've started a channel on my Instagram, which I'm still getting used to and understanding the whole concept around it. But the idea is to push content out. Hopefully you find it valuable. Hopefully you find it inspirational. I'm going to be doing a lot of more behind the scenes, my training, talking more about my coaching things, sharing motivational quotes, something that doesn't always fit on the main platform, but I found this channel quite interesting. Go and check it out. To my profile, right at the top, the channel is called Don't Forget to Be Awesome, and I'll leave you with that. Bye.